Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Building a Model and Chatting. I'm Taco. It's great to have you here on a Friday midday lunch episode. I'd give midday a try. We are currently building the Master Grade Duel Assault Shroud from Gundam Seed, Gundam Seed Destiny, all of those. Okay, take a look at what we have so far. And we're going to start on the legs today. It'll probably take a couple, one or two, or two or three streams would be my guess. All right. So I hope everyone is going to have a good weekend. And it's a little disappointing. I'm not able to go to a board game convention called Origins in Columbus. I went many years, and unfortunately, just haven't been able to go the last couple of years, and that's disappointing. Got a bunch of friends that got to go down, and so I'm hearing little bits from them. Okay, so we got that cut out. Put that back. And we'll get some E's come out here, cut out. Oh, I still need one more. I need these cut out as well. So, yeah, that's about. Been watching a lot of Brewers. That's pretty much the stuff I've been doing lately. Brewers are doing good, though they lost yesterday, unfortunately. All right. And I'm continuing to work on the paint project, getting it ready to actually paint. A little disappointed that I'm not going to be able to live stream it. It doesn't, I can't talk because I have the big respirator on and a bunch of fans. So it just doesn't work as I would hope for. Otherwise, I'd give it a try. But yeah, it's tough to like the angle, and you guys just see my arm more than you actually see me paint. And I'm still kind of a little bit deciding between shades of color. And so that's kind of what's got me at the moment. And I still got to figure out the frame color and the exact wing color. Because I'm painting it kind of like Archangel from the X-Men. And so it's got the blue and it's got like the purplish pink. And the wings, even though they're kind of like feathered like wings, I'm still going to try, and I'm just going to try and give them the metal look without making it real crazy. Kind of looking for like a flatter color. And I'm thinking if I spray it matte at the end, like the final top coat, I think it will make the wings, okay, say It'll make them more just kind of look like that flat kind of ionized look rather than super sharp uh, glassy look, which we're not looking for. There's 6. And so far, I've enjoyed this build. Nothing too crazy about it, but it's just been a smooth, enjoyable build. And when you got something like that, there's nothing wrong with that. 23. So, yeah, that's about it for me. I'm guessing the lunchtime traffic. Well, I have all of these where you can't really see them. So I'm going to bring them up to cut anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. That was. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my runners organized and ended up kind of all over the place. But all right, on to the cutting, or the close cutting and sanding. So yeah, I really like these God hands, and I'm learning I got cut a little bit higher up, but not so high that I'm going like on the tip, because the tip is super fragile. So you don't want to, you really kind of have to find that sweet spot. I almost thought about marking it with marking that sweet spot with like a marker or something, just so you know where exactly you kind of want to hit it. I actually did that with golf clubs when I was really golfing, because each club kind of has its own sweet spot, like a centered area, and it's not necessarily like where that, because they just do a stamp, and like that could be off a little bit. And it was real simple to do. It was basically based off of the sound of a golf ball, I believe, or how it bounced off. But yeah, and then you just put like a dot there or whatever, and it would really help, because you knew, all right, that's where I got to try and hit it from. But so, never thought I'd be talking about golf during this stream, but hey, I was also kind of hoping there would be some people in here, but no, it would be a replay crew one apparently. But that's all right. I'm still trying to figure out best time, since I've been gone so long, and well, it also, you know, when you're gone so long, you lose people, and I towards the end of my last time, I upset a few people, and a lot of the regulars, and if they're listening, I greatly apologize. But I also understand. And so it's just kind of rebuilding the audience. And I didn't give much notice either. I think I gave like 20 minutes notice. Like I'm still trying to figure out like the perfect amount of notice time as well because it just yeah, it just did not work out. It's kind of a last minute thing. Like I didn't sleep last night, so I was like, do I really want to stream? But I decided to. But yeah, if you guys are ever, from the replay crew, if you guys are ever in the chat or during a stream, I'll pretty much talk about almost anything except politics and some of the other divisive stuff. I don't. I won't talk about drama. But right now, I'd love to talk about the bricks and minifig stuff. Kind of gouge in there, and it's just not going to go away, is it? That was a mistake by me. Oh, I'm not going to spend forever on it. It still would never probably look how I would want. There we go. Yeah, I forgot I was in the process of cleaning all my parts that I have to paint, and I was doing that here, so I had to quickly kind of clean that up. So I didn't even give myself enough time really to get ready. I was to the last minute. So yeah, definitely. So if you're on YouTube, everyone, if you're watching this, you're on YouTube, so most likely, there's a channel. I think it used to be called Gundam Central. You might still be able to find it based off of that. It's like the unofficial, official Gundam page, and uh, this, I think this weekend or tonight, they start. Oh, hey Johnny, great to see you. They start After War X. It is subtitled, but I think it's at least the first 3 episodes they're showing. I've never seen it. I've heard it's decent. Like, I've heard people say it's good, people say it's bad. Usually it's more on the good side. But yeah, they're going to be showing that. And then on Netflix, I don't know if they're already showing it or if it's going to be released soon. I know it was in theaters for a little bit, but the new, like, OVA or movie of Hathaway. The first one was really good, and I haven't watched the second one yet because I haven't been able to check Netflix. I'm excited. Gundam X Antagonist Gundams Revives. I don't even know about that. Is that like going to be a show? Is that a game? So I have, for some reason, that slipped. I haven't seen anything about that. I'm gonna have to look into that. So, kind of, if I keep pushing forward with doing streams again, the next build, I don't really have any kits in my backlog that would be live stream worthy except for one. And so I think that will be the one if I keep streaming after this. Which if this goes through August, then I can just order whatever I want. But otherwise, it'll be the Master Grade Talgis, uh, Fagul, whatever, the one with the wings. Bandai releasing all kits of the antagonist Gundams this year from Gundam X. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I know nothing about. Well, I know a little, but not much. What I know mostly is from the various SD games, whether it be Eternal or I forget if they had the the After War X series on the Universal Century uh, SD Gundam or G Generations. That one was not Crossrays, Generations. That's what it was. And I forget what. And see that one SD, Generations. That spoiled kind of Hathaway for me. Like I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to say what's going to happen for the people that haven't played the game, haven't watched or read the books. But like, yeah, I know pretty much what's going to happen. They made it. That was one of the stories they had. One of the shorter ones, of course. But I gotta watch Char's Counterattack again. I've only seen it once, and it was very good. It was recently, but I haven't watched that. But at the moment, I gotta finish watching Solo Leveling season 2. That is what I got to finish. I just started season 2, but I think there's only like 12 or 15 episodes. I feel like since I started sanding down, like for the paint projects, like I use sand sponges for the projects, the paint projects. Now using the gun primer on non ones, it's like I feel like it doesn't get as good as the sand sponges. But it also you don't have to worry about decolor it being decolored from the gun primer. So it's take the good with the bad. Because if I were to use sand sponges, take a lot longer, well, a little bit longer, and you're not going to get the same color back. But it'll also be more flush, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. I wore out all my talking when I was by myself. Yeah. Yeah, this kit has been fun so far. Like, I thought, man, I'm around the legs. Like, there's weapons and waist left. There's not going to be much to do. But then I forgot he's got, 3 weapons, or 2 weapons and a shield. But the thing is, he's also got the Assault Shroud, which has all types of extra armor and a couple more weapons. So it's actually got a lot more to go on this kit. So, but I've been on a buying freeze, so I haven't bought kits oh, in quite a while. And like I've been avoiding seeing like what's been coming out. I did momentarily see that Nielsen Works put out their own version of the Red Frame Astray. That kind of intrigued me, but especially when I saw it was actually on sale too for like 30% off. Very nice. The one I was waiting for on that one is the Ingel one, where it's just he's got like the tank legs and like even more missiles and guns and everything. It's insane. But I also did the regular one, so it's not like, and they're all based off of the master grade heavy arms kit. Like they use a lot of the same parts, and I'm just not a fan of that kit. It's got so many of the weak hinges that break, with the clips that break so easily, that like I'm just not as much of a fan of the actual kit. It looks good afterwards, but it's just building wise for me, I would just be more frustrated than anything. I was surprised. I built a high grade recently, and I enjoyed it. That was that last paint project that I showed, the Jagdoga. And even though it's a high grade, it's actually kind of it's a bigger high grade. Like it's the size of a lot of the like master grade Gundam Wing kits. So I don't know. Seems all right. So this goes. Yeah. And I have like a couple of the Iron Blooded Orphan kits, because I was debating using that for the Builder's Cup. I was going to do a diorama of uh, the Rebuke with the big wrench or scissors or whatever, and having it squeeze and destroying uh, Aoki, like at that end scene where he just like crushes him to death. I was gonna do like a diorama of that. But I still have them. I just haven't, since I didn't do that because I ran out of time. Or no, that wasn't for that one. There was some internet contest I was thinking of doing, and the submission, or I just couldn't. I didn't get to it before the submission time ended. Yeah, it's an iconic scene. In that contest, it was all high grades. So I was like, well, if you're going to force me to do a high grade, I'll do something like that. I was surprised for the Builders World Cup, at least the store I went to for it. There was several perfect grades. That surprised me a little bit. I feel like that's, you got to be flawless with that because it's going to show your flaws. But that guy did, I think, like 3 entries, which I didn't even know you could do multiple entries. And his other one, which I think either won or got second or third, I forget the exact place. It was in the top 3. I remember that was kind of it was Wing Gundam Zero. It might have been the perfect grade. I think it might have been it was the perfect grade, and he did like the clouds or whatever, and he had lighting in it. He had lighting inside the perfect grade and everything, and it was well done. So the one dude did a full on diorama, but I don't know how he plays. I was just in the middle. Like I did the what is it? Well, I can't think of it. I should just grab it, but it'll probably fall apart. Um, but I called it the Copper Kid because it was all copper, but it was different shades of copper, though it didn't turn out as well as I had hoped with the different shades. But it kind of was my last try for an entry because Double O Riser didn't turn out great, and I forget what else I did that didn't turn out great. But like I basically did 3 kits, and that was the best out of the 3. Uh, it's Wu Fei's first one. It's not it's not Taku. It's his first one. I can't think of it. Shenlong, that's what it is. It's Shenlong, the Shenlong Gundam. Oh, and then I think his arm, like the thing to make his arm shoot out, broke. No, not Ultron. That's the same as Nataku. Nataku is the wife, and Ultron is just the name that, like, I think the design or the builders gave it. But yeah, that one was. Now I can't remember again. Oh, Shenlong. Here, I'll bust it out once I finish these. These feet are taking quite a while. All right, let's get them together. Step 1. Step 2 is putting it in here, like so. And finally, this goes there. Yep, that's in. Okay, wasn't sure. It made a funny noise, but nope, it's in. Because there's like several pits, but it's that middle pit there. I'll get that good there. Yeah, looks good. Okay, I didn't think it looked good, but it does. All right. I guess I'll finish this piece too before I go up and, well, not up, but just go to the shelf and grab that entry. It just didn't turn out as good as I had hoped. I was trying to figure out a kit to do like a high grade kit bash one of these times, but I don't know. I have trouble like picturing it in my head. Because I feel like I possibly have the skills now to pull it off. Like I've learned to pin properly. I've gone all right at drilling. Biggest thing would be shaping it to the whatever, if I have to do any like adjusting cutting wise, that's going to be the hardest part, I think, for me personally. As I fumble with this. There we go. So that's the full foot there. Well, I don't have them, so I don't want to really. I want to do, if I'm going to kit bash, I kind of really want to go all out. Because like I have from Mercury that the Laza, I forget whatever oh, Gil's dilemma, or I'm gonna use his spear. I have thought about that, but it's kind of a little bit of a money sink, and at the moment, like I'm still working on painting. I do have a friend that owns a 3D printer, so in that way, like I've thought about having him, uh, having him print out something if I need something. All right, I gotta be careful because he's a little bit on the fragile side, but this was the entry for when I did the Builder's Cup. I was still pretty new into. You see, the arm wants to fall off, and the big things was there's a little of like a red copper, gold copper, and the blue copper just didn't turn out. The gold copper is probably the one that did the best. All right, I'm gonna put that one back. Just gotta be careful, because if he falls, he'll take out like 8 different ones that are in that same shelf. This is the one I'm talking about for the spear. I want to use that spear for whatever I kit bash. Yeah, the Lanza. Yeah, but yeah, you could tell like I had some kits. Like I don't really want to touch that one, and he's kind of like all big and everything, so it's kind of a little bit hard. But I have a bunch of high grades for when I first started, and they're all kind of like in this big plastic bag, like like that. And so I have a lot to work with, and I've got a couple Iron Blood Orphan kits and some Build Fighter kits. So I have stuff to work with. It's just what to actually use. All right. I think this next step is going to be the last one. It's not going to take that long, but not feeling the best, so I'm just kind of hold on one second. No, stay. Just that. Ah, sorry, guys. Hopefully, is everything like? Is it still like okay, the screen wise? Because I was trying to look at something and it shrunk stuff. So if someone went to sent a donation, I'm not sure because I also had someone that was sending me money for something else. But if someone sent a donation, thank you very much. It is very appreciated. But like if I try to look at it on my phone, it kind of was wonky. So I don't want to lose the connection. 8 and 10. That's 8 and 10. It's right there. Okay. A bunch of my friends are at Origins Game Fair this weekend. Highly jealous. I used to go pretty much every year and wasn't able to go this year, so that kind of sucked. But like, I'm happy for them and get to hear about different things. But I was big into board games before COVID, and I'm trying to get back into it a little bit. I actually used to be a board game reviewer. Wasn't on video; it was written. But like, I was like fully in the profession. It was really cool to see like the industry and how that works. And I really just got lucky. That's I put myself out there, and somehow like one company was like, "All right, we'll give you a review copy. Sure, let's see how it goes and if it builds an audience." And it did, and it just kind of grew from there. I did that for I think 3 or 4 years. I was even a guest of honor at a convention too. That was pretty cool. All right, I got people. Spear and EFSF Shield would make good handhelds for Crusade Mole Suit. You're building the GN13 now. Snap the C clip. Yeah, I hate the C clips. That's what I was talking about with heavy arms earlier on the front skirt. Yeah, I tend after something like that. I just tend to like glue it all together and just have it where that skirt, basically pick where you want that skirt and just kind of glue it into place. Unfortunately, that's kind of how it kind of boils down to. $14. Now I kind of always do like a personal build to help like relax and reduce anxiety, and I'm building a third party kit. It's I forget what it's called, but it's basically kind of, it's a mech, but it's kind of got like bull like features. Like there's horn, like on the shoulders, kind of head. It's got like the horns of a bull. Um, you know how like there'd be like the ring for the nose. That's kind of in different places. It's a very cool looking thing. And it's actually been a very smooth build. Like I am surprised how smooth it has been. I am building it with the full, but like I can always like remove it. Like it's not like, first I'll finish it without and take pictures and we can look at it and everything. And then, you know, I'll build it with the assault shroud and kind of see what people think of it that way. Maybe we'll have like a vote on a community post of which way it should stay. Though I am kind of a sucker for like shoulder guns. Just saying, a little bit of a sucker for shoulder guns. I could not help it. What I wish I could do, I probably could do it with the high grade, but I don't want to really mess with. Because I think I have, yeah, I have that Sazabi on display, the real grade. I was gonna pair the spear with the Sazabi shield, or order the eventually when I was able to purchase stuff, ordered the high grade Sinanju and used that shield for the kit bash. So he'd have the spear, and then he would have the big shield. Kind of like how you were saying, Christian soldier, like Templar type look. And then the rest, I don't know. Because obviously with that, you're going big, bulky, most likely. Well, I mean, you kind of have to. Yeah, it does have a little bit more of a kite shape to it. I agree with that. Though part of me, I think, would like the Sinanju's, uh, longer one. And I do have the master grade Sinanju to do, the OVA one, but that's actually going to be a paint project. And I have gold stickers for all the emblems and lines and stuff, like gold metal stickers. And then I also have uh, the little metal rivets for like the waist. So like so I don't have to like cut out all those 20, sand them completely to where they're smooth, and then paint them. Like they're already going to be metal, so it's like perfect. And that one is going to be. I'm going to do candy green on that. No, I don't mean the Verka. It's the non-Verka one. Basically, OVA is the movie version, or true to the movie. Because there's the Verka and then there's the OVA one. Or at least that's what people a lot of like gunpla modelers call it when they're asked between the two. From what I understand, that one is the superior one in some way. I don't know how. Oh, that's what's gonna be the bugger. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to like figure out. Uh, because when I screwed things up, if it's going into sleep, my phone's going, which is the camera, and also technically the mic, it goes into sleep mode, and so I have to like before or right as it turns black, I have to hit it so that like the stream doesn't like go black for a while. Complicated, I know. Let's see here. Uh, Third parties surpassing Bandai. Some Chinese Gundam kits are so good. E.g., 100 Kshatriya. Yeah, I built that one. Haven't done the Lupus Rex or the Farmer Creations New Gundam. I've had some really bad ones. Like the Daban Freedom was pretty awful. What other one was really awful? Uh, one I did recently. I did a third party master grade SD Barbatos Lupus Rex. That was horrible. I still have nightmares about that one. It was the first kit that I got so frustrated I threw part of it across the room. The only other time I felt that way was when I was doing the real grade full armor unicorn Gundam, and that was because it was way too soon for me to do that kit. It was like my fourth or fifth kit, and it just was not pretty at all. Just like the first one I did was not the smartest. I did the I think it was the real grade double O riser. I forget which double O riser. Was it the master grade? Or was it? Yeah, I think it was the master grade double O riser. No, it had to be. I don't know. Oh no, it would. It. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I just know it was one of the double O risers, and it was just a little too much for me. Fit. Ah, goes in there. And of course, I can't hold it in, so it bounces out. One of my favorite companies that's third party that makes great kits is Mortar Nuclear. I've built a ton of them on this stream, but it's just they're starting to feel all the same. So I haven't picked one up in quite some time. The last one I got was Zhao Yun, the horse one, and that felt like an epic build. That horse, that whole kit was heavy and huge. Ah, yeah. Where did that piece go? Sorry, guys. Gotta look for the poly cap that goes in there. Of course, it had to be the round part that flew off. Oh, I thought that was it. There it is, right? Yep. That was the easiest to find. All right. There we go. There we go. And all right. There we go. We got that done. Uh, we're at pretty much the hour mark, which is where I like to stop. But I want to thank Zero Requiem and Johnny for hanging out in the chat. Anyone else that's watching, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, be kind to one another and do whatever makes you happy. Bye.